Tough ball game. VCU, they're so long and athletic. Yeah, we knew that was going to be tough for us to get good looks at the basket. And, our main goal was to try to handle that press and make sure that we get a good shot off. First half, they was really all over us. We had 10 turnovers in the first half, but we kind of settled down a little bit, was able, to get some looks at the basket. But, I thought our guys played hard, competed. Second half, we accomplished some of the goals that we wanted to. We wanted to I tried to out-rebound them and get at least 10 offensive rebounds. We was able to out-rebound them by a few, and we had 11 offensive rebounds. So that was a lot of positives that we can take from this ball game. But they're a great team, and we're working, continue trying to get better.
What psycho set up your schedule?
Well, it's a tough schedule, but we play mostly road games in our preseason, every year, and this one is not a whole lot different than the other. Normally, we may try to catch a D2 school in there to kind of break up the road games. Unfortunately, we was unable to do it this time, but it's the schedule that we have.
What kind of a drain is 15 consecutive games away from home?
Well, they've been kind of spaced out to the point where we just not gone for 8-10 days at a time. So we get a chance to get back home, the guys get in class, and we have tutoring on the road and things like that. But it's tough playing, a lot of road games. But like I said earlier, in our preseason schedule, we rather play our home games anyway. So it's just that this year that we have these top 20 guys that we're playing, and it makes it a little bit more difficult. We try to squeeze some mid-majors in there, but unfortunately, we'll get a chance to play some, this upcoming weekend, but, it's a schedule that we have.
I'm sure you've seen on film that when VC gets it rolling, it's a tornado. And you guys you were holding your own, 21-20, you led, and then they just started avalanche.
Well, we knew that they was going to make a run, and we just had to keep our composure. I think we had it when we got up 21-20. We had an opportunity to get another basket, and we didn't run the play efficient enough, and they make shots, and and they so big with the wing guys, 6'6", 6'7", and we were just trying to hold off the run, but they was able to push the lead up, but we just kept trying to claw and fight back, and just try to stay in striking distance, and they continue to kind of chip away and push it out a little farther.
What do you guys learn from a game against a team like that?
Well, to be honest with you, this is the way, that, we want to play in our league. We want to play like 10 guys. We had 9 guys. We played 11 guys. We had 9 guys with double-figure minutes, 1 guy with 30. Everybody else like 26, 14 to 26. And because we feel like we're athletic enough to play this style, and we've played it some in the past, but the last few years we just had the personnel. But, we can always go back and look at this tape and pick up some things that VCU did well and added to our game. But what we've learned from it is we got to do a good job of taking care of the ball. And we just got to be able to make shots. We had free throws right there. We could have cut the single digits. We went 1 for 4. We were 12 for 17 overall, but that was a critical time that we missed those free throws. So, there are a lot of positives that we know we can rebound against bigger opponents, just the effort that you have to get that extra effort. So that's some positive things we can take from this.
So does the game film become kind of a teaching tool for the rest of the year even?
Absolutely, because
not just for the players, but for the coaches too.
Well, we as coaches, we know what these guys can do, and we've had teams. We're a man team because like I said, even when we playing bigger teams, we looked at the zone that Florida Gulf Coast played at 3-2, and it kind of slowed them down a little bit. But we said, we're gonna just do what we do, and that's play man and get better at doing that. And we didn't really trap double the ball in the post. We're gonna let our bigs play one-on-one around the basket. But in terms of showing, because we have a lot of new guys, we only have 4 or 5 guys back from last year. We have so many new players that they can learn. We can go back and watch this tape, and they can learn some things that can make them better as individuals. How they VCU, they'll kind of let the guy slide and roll him into the double team, try to get him speed up there and trap and things like that. So what we've been working on and what they've been seeing, now they have something else they can look at.
What did you see from Marcus Evans tonight? It looked like he had a pretty good night.
He's tough. He's a big dog, and he played well, and he set a lot. and he sat a lot. I know there a lot of rotation. He came back late. He was kind of stiff, but he can get it at all three levels. He's tough. He's long. He can shoot it deep, put it on the floor. He has a good mid-range game as well. So he's a solid, extremely solid basketball player.
How tough is it to defend? With his shot creating ability, like you have him covered, and he's able to kind of create space in that kind of quick moment and that quick release, get it off. So how tough is that when a player can create his own shot that effectively?
It's extremely tough, and then he has the size to go along with that, and he's long arms, he has a good release at the top. And, and I was telling our smaller guard, I said, we got to keep him in front of us, but, he has a good first step, and he can stop on a dime and pull up. He's just a tough ball player, and when you have one of those, you're in good shape.
What is the cumulative effect of VC's defense? Just again, obviously they rotate a lot of guys, so being able to press like the way they do throughout the entirety of a game, what's the cumulative effect of that? The way they press throughout the entire game.
Well, is that the way they play, their defense create a lot of offense. They get a lot of points off turnovers. We looked at it again the Florida Gulf Coast game. They had like 37 points off turnovers, and what they run is simple, but it's effective because they spread the floor and they got guys that can penetrate and get past and make shots, and then they right back in their defense. So, it just wears you down. It just wears you down, and that second wave that they bring in, it kind of opened up the game for them. While their starters are resting, and you just have to try to keep pace with that. In terms of keeping guys fresh. But that defense is extremely tough. And our guys pick the balls up in the wrong spots, and their length, made it difficult for them to see over the traps.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.